Hello everyone, so I've created that really nice, easy makeup look for you today. I hope you like it, and if you'd like to see how I created it, just continue watching. I'll begin by priming the skin with the Becca Skin Glow Elixir, and just putting a bit of that all over the skin will just help to give a really nice, radiant and glowy finish to the skin. And this primer smells really nice and refreshing, and it's very thin, and it will work as a great base for our makeup. So just put it all over, including under the eye area. Moving on to foundation, I'm going to be mixing these two shades from Eliisfassfoundation and just using a nice flat kabuki brush, and just starting from the center of the face and taking it downwards. And it's extremely hydrating. The coverage is light to medium, so it would look great if you want it for every day. To concealer, I'm going to be using the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer, and just using a tiny bit into the inner corner of the eyes. Starting by blending it in, just dabbing motions, and just take it all the way around your eyes, and whatever is left we're just going to be applying it on the top part of the eye, and that will just serve as a primer for the eyes. For blusher, I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralize blush in the shade Dainty, and with a big fluffy brush, starting from the center and taking it all the way high, will just make the blusher look really nice and fresh. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and with a big angled fluffy brush, I'm just going to take a tiny bit and just apply it into the hollow of the cheeks while taking it a bit higher. And I'll do the step as well onto my forehead. And then if you want, you can just add a tiny bit onto the jawline. For highlight, I'm going to use the Hollywood Beauty Light wand in the shade Spotlight. And this is really nice, very easy to use. You just unscrew the top, and just going to push a bit of that onto the cheeks, on the very high part of the cheeks, and a tiny bit on top of the brow. Just with my finger, I'm just going to be dabbing that product in, just like that, and that will just add a really lovely illumination. Now don't worry that we've applied it on top of the powders, it will even help freshen it up, so it's even better. And just blend a little bit of that as well onto the top. For brows, I'm going to be using the Eylure pencil in the shade Dark Brown, and just focusing only where I mainly need it, and just doing nice small strokes, and using the spoolie on the other side, I'm just blending it in. And just for extra strength, I'm going to use the Benefit Ka-Brow, and this is a really lovely product because it has little fibers, and it will just help to give a little bit more volume to our brows. So just put a tiny bit of that, or as much as you need. For the eyes, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Matte and Metals eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using that shade in Private Jet, and just going to take a tiny bit of that onto the outer part of the eyes. And using a synthetic blending brush, I'm going to start by blending that in towards the lid, and when I arrive towards the end, I'm just going to be blending it upwards and just outwards. So this technique will just help open up the eyes. And if you don't have one of these liquid eyeshadow, you can use liquid lipstick and it would still work perfectly well as well. You can also use your fingers just to blend out around the eyeshadow. And whatever is left, we're gonna put on the underneath. So if you look up and just add a tiny bit. Now, just using a flat eyeshadow brush and a skin color eyeshadow just like this one, I'm just going to apply that under the brow bone. And that will just help separate from the rest of the eye makeup. Now back to our Hoola bronzer and just a fluffy crease brush. I'm going to take a tiny bit of this and just deepen up the crease of the eyes. So just do that while you have your eyes open so you can see exactly where you're applying it. And just using circular motions, applying that only into the crease. To give some depth to the eyes, we're going to line the eyes with the MAC pencil in the shade Costa Riche. And I just want to take some of that onto the outer corner, very, very close to the lash line. And when I arrive in the end, you just want to take that upwards and outwards. Now, just using a small detail brush, I'm going to smoke that out and soften the line. If you want, you can keep it matte, but I'm just going to add a little bit of glitter. I'm going to use the Hourglass Scattered Light eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Reflect. And just using my fingers, I'm just going to apply that onto the center of the eyelid, and it will just give that really nice glow and sparkle to the eyes. To finish off the eye makeup, I'm going to be applying mascara. I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and we want to apply quite a few layers, but very, very precisely. So starting from the base of the lashes and very, very slow, trying to put it on every single lash and coat all of them. Now that we finished most of the makeup, I'm going to powder using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, and just using a nice small brush, I'm going to apply that onto the T-zone. And just make sure to apply around the nose, because that's where we can get quite shiny. And to finish off, I'm going to apply lipstick, and I'm going to be using the Radiant Matte Lasting Lip Color, and that's in the shade 42. And I'm just going to take that into the center and blending my lips together. And with my finger, I'm gonna smooth it out. I will apply on top another lip color, and that's the Bobbi Brown Luxe lip color in the shade Pink Cloud, and it will just make it a bit more nude. So just in the center. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and see you in my next one.